Good evening, everybody. I welcome everyone to the fourth Anvil, hosted by Forge. And today I'll be the one presenting. My name is Fee, and I'm the community manager at Forge Community. So today's Anvil is titled Canva For Creators. The goal of this Anvil is for visual content creation, that is in the graphic side of content creation. In content we have writing and we have the visual, we have other parts. So this part is the visual. This part is the visual part. So today's agenda, we are just going to be focusing on just 5 things. Before I go into practicing, or before I go into showing you guys how it works, I'm going to explain some concepts for you guys, and I'll be very brief about it because the whole deal is in the content itself. We learning how to create graphics for our content on Twitter. And I forgot to include something that just came to my mind now, is how you can also use AI with Canva. We should not be behind AI. We should learn to use AI as a tool for ourselves. So I'm going to also show you guys how to also work around that. This has nothing to do with prompting. It's a little bit of prompting, but it's the focus is more on Canva also. So for today's agenda, we'll be discussing about what Canva is, understanding the Canva interface, finding better elements, simple design tips, and creating your own portfolio. As you can see, my slide, I created this with Canva, and I'll also be using this slide to explain a few things as time goes on. So the first on our agenda today is, what is Canva? So we all know what Canva is. We know that Canva is an app, is an application, is a tool that we use to design. Canva is how will I put it? It has everything you need to create a design. And there's this thing that goes on that says, because you create design on Canva doesn't make you a graphic designer. Yes, I agree with that. Not everybody that creates designs on Canva is a graphic designer. For example, I'm not a graphic designer, but I just use it to my own advantage. And there's what we call, when you, for example, now I'm a product manager, and before I could get a job, you need to borrow skills from different departments. From software development, I have to borrow HTML and CSS plus. From product designers or UX designer, I have to learn how to build on wireframes, and I have to learn how to build prototypes. Now, as a creator on X, as a creator, being a creator is of different niche. If you are writing, it will get to a point where you're going to need a visual representation for your content. People do not just want to read alone. When you buy a book, they don't just sell the book to you. You're going to see a cover that is probably a description of something that you're going to read. It might not entirely be everything you're going to read in the book. If the book is titled The Woman and a Child, something like that, you're going to see a picture of a woman and a child in the book. That shows us how visual representation is. And not everybody can, start building from scratch. Please let me know if you can hear me or you cannot hear me. Not everybody
can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Not everybody can start building from scratch. That is why tools like Canva, Entirely Draw, and many more. Or Figma too. You can also use Figma. I use Figma to build my prototypes and wireframe as a product manager. And I also use Canva as a creator on X. So Canva is an easy to use online design platform that helps anyone create professional looking visuals. No graphic design no graphic design experience is required for it. With Canva, you can design your social media posts. There is a template for expos, a template for Facebook story, a template for Instagram posts, Instagram story, YouTube thumbnails, a lot of templates on Canva. There are various templates on Canva. They made it easy for you. But you still need to understand how to use the app and how to use each features on Canva that is being imputed to the application. You can use Canva to create your presentations. Like this one now, I was able to use Canva to create this presentation. I was able to use Canva to do a lot of things. I used it for my portfolio way back before I, know how to write code. I used it for my portfolios and all. I use it for infographics, and you can use it for your resume, but I don't really want to go into that resume part because I had using Canva for resume is not like a standard thing, but you can use it if it is required for you. So after that, the next on our agenda is why Canva? Why not any other app? Why can't I just use AI? You're free to use any other tool, but today we're talking about Canva for creators. So Canva is very easy. You don't have to start thinking of prompt, as like you don't have to start thinking. No, you have to be creative. But like there's already a tool, you're already seeing something. You can just search for the one that aligns with you, and you just change the old words and the fonts and the color to your taste. It is easy to drag and drop. That is, you can drag, if something is at the right, you want it at the left, you can drop, you can upload, you can do a lot of things, which I'm teaching you like today. By 6:20, I should be done with this and we'll wait to the practice. Then thousands of free templates. Like I said, there are a lot of templates. For Canva, we have millions of designs elements. Elements are tools like additional tools or icons you can use in okay, I'm not going to put that to that part. Additional tools or more of like an icon, like an illustration that you can use for your design. You can use the Canva application on your desktop or your mobile. Like now, I am using mine on my PC, and it is working well, and it's also going to work well on your mobile. It is not limited. You can use it on your mobile. What I created with this, I can also create it using my mobile without facing any difficulty. It's great for beginners and professionals. It's actually for beginners. It's very, very easy for you to get. Understanding the Canva interface. I want you guys to please try to remember this thing. So just grab one or two. But while we're going to like the main practice, I'll be making reference back to this. I just want to explain it. So before designing, you need to know. I shouldn't use the word everything. You need to know like everything, but not like force yourself to know everything. You get to like understand everything while you practice. So we have the templates, which are the ready-made design. You can edit it to your taste. I said that earlier before. We have the elements, which I said are the icons, the shapes, the lines, the stickers, anything, illustration, frames. Then we have the text. The text, that different fonts. We have about 1,000 or million fonts on Canva. You can even create fonts by yourself. I was using the Canva Pro 2 months ago, and I was able to create fonts with paper. Like you're going to like use paper. Then it's where you do it, and you upload it on Canva. That's your own personal font. Except you want to just put it up for like there's this business thing you do on Canva. You can also make money from Canva if you want to go into that, but I'm not into that. Project, you can save all your projects there. There's enough space on Canva. Let me put it that way. There's enough space on Canva. You can save your project, you can share and download. So the next one is finding better elements. Like I said, when you are let me make reference, because nowadays a lot of us use AI a lot. When you are prompting, when you are prompting, you need to be very, very specific so that AI can understand you. That is the same way with elements. You don't just search one word. You want, for example, I give an example of shield. I'm trying to like refer us back to, what we do here. I give an example of shield. We have various type of shield. On Canva, you might type shield, and what what in your mind you're expecting Canva to bring out a 3D shield, and it brought out a cyber shield for you. That is why you need to be very, very specific of what you want. You need to be very descriptive about what you want, so you don't just get various answers. You get what you're looking for. Don't waste your time. And another good example is the person. Just type person. It's going to give you various things. It's going to give you business person, isometric person, 3D, a female presenter. It's going to give you a community. It's going to give you anything. So if you don't want to waste time, except you just want to type person and maybe an idea will come up hey, but if you know you want this thing, you just go for it. You type in the word as it is. Another one is simple design rules. These are the basic design rules. This one is something that I use a lot and I stick with it. So when you want to design, just keep it simple. I'm not a graphic designer. I don't do too much. I just try as much as to make my design simple. As you can see, my presentation is so simple. Use two fonts. This is one font and another font. I do not use different fonts. When you use a lot of fonts on your designs, I don't know, it doesn't look good. Except you're able to manage it well, or you're able to probably you have a proper design structure to it. And use matching colors. I used a dark red and yellow. There are different type of yellow too. We're going to go into coloring too. There are different type of yellow, but I use the light yellow, the one that ends with B2D, which is the actual yellow itself. And you can see my colors are able to blend together and align everything properly, neatly arrange, make the design look more professional. So creating a portfolio, which is the cake of today, how you can create a portfolio on Canva. You can actually add links to your Canva design, and when you publish it, when people click on that link, you take them exactly where that link is. But before then, what is portfolio? Portfolio is a collection of your best work. It helps people quickly see who you are, what you do, what you've created. Why should they work with you? Why do people want to work with you? You are a community manager and you want to apply for a job. Why should I work with you? I need to see your portfolio, communities you've worked for, communities you've built rather. Your portfolio is going to determine if I'm going to call you for the next interview, or I'm going to tell you that, oh, sorry, I can't keep up with you, something like that. I can't work with you. So what should be in your portfolio? Anything cannot just be on your portfolio, but something has to be on your portfolio. A cover page that is your name and your role. If you like, you can add a picture to it. And about me, you want me to hire you, so I need to know a little about you regarding that job. You cannot just come to your portfolio and tell me that you're a community manager. You're telling me that your favorite food is this and that. It does not. It has to be about what you do. Skills, your strongest skills. What are the skills that you think that when a hiring manager sees it, they not think, they see you as the right fit for the job. Either your soft or your technical skills. What are those skills? Your project, your contact. Your contact is very, very important. Email. Do you have Twitter or LinkedIn or a website? So thank you. This is the part where we end the old theory aspect and we go into the practical part. So I just want you guys to know that your first design does not have to be perfect. We can just start somewhere, and that is what we're going to be doing now. So before I start the old design and all, please, if you have any question, I'm open to answering your question before I start with the practice. Does anybody have any question? If you can hear me, please can you react with an emoji, or if you have any question? Okay. If you have any question, you can drop it as a text, and if you want to say it out, you can just let me know. Then I'll mute my mic for you to speak. So let's go into the practice aspects of it. So before I go into the practice aspect, I want to teach you guys how to remove background and upload first. When you are creating content, on, yeah, I think this is better. See where I can reduce this. Oh shit, that's disappeared. Just be better. Okay, this is it. So if you want to remove background, there is a app or a website called. Okay, Omega says she has a question. I'm listening. Let me mute this. Yeah.
Okay, ZM everyone, ZM Fifi, thank you for taking this view. The question I wanted to ask was, I think it's something you mentioned, that was last assembly when you announced this Anvil. Okay, you mentioned something along the line of the templates that are available in Canva, like the one that you will see immediately, that they are not usually the best ones, that you're going to show us how to get better ones or search for better ones, something like that. I don't really remember well, but like something along that line.
Yes, I'm going to be showing everybody that. I just want to before I go into the design part, I just want to show the basics. I already said it on my presentation that I'm going to show you how to search for the right keywords. So I'll do that now. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Fifi, we can't hear you.
Jeez, I have been speaking. I'm so sorry. I've been speaking. So sorry. I'm going to repeat everything again. I said that if you want to maybe you want to create content, explaining why you need to remove background, and probably this is the old background of this is yellow. Probably you asked to like the other time you guys were asked to write content about Zeg for something like that, and for example, the background color for this is, for example, is orange. If you don't remove the background, it's not going to be nice. Do you get? That is why you need to I'm going to send in the link. There are two apps I use which are very free and is not limited at all. At least you cannot be dropping onto 1,000. You cannot be removing background for 1,000 things. Once you remove for once, you might not need it again for that particular image. So if you did not remove background and you just add it in like this, it's not going to look attractive at all. But this is the one that I've removed the background, and this is how you can remove background. You just come here and click on upload image. When you upload, for example, I'm going to upload this one. For example, I just click one. Once I've removed the background, it's going to remove the background. That is how I was able to do this Zeg Forge. They're going to remove the background. So that is the basic importance of removing the background, just to make your work look more, professional and neat. We have the remove.bg, which I'm going to be sending to the group after this call, immediately after this call, and Slazer. I actually prefer remove.bg because of the quality it gives, but you can try if you're using Android, you can try Slazer. It is very, very, very easy. The user interface is very, very easy when you're using Android, and same as remove BG. But if you're using iOS like me, remove BG is like the go-to. I would advise you should not try Slazer, as most times it might reduce quality because it's an iOS. I don't know why it happens like that, but that's what happens most times. That is why I have to bring out the tool for anybody using iOS or Android. So now let's go to the agenda of today. So regarding let's look at shape and size, and the social media app that you want to post. If you are posting on Twitter, there's like a particular size you might want to use. You can decide to use an Instagram size, but for example, you want to post on Twitter. I prefer to use this Twitter template, like the old size, the exact size. I do not want to use the Instagram size, so that my image, the quality of my image, oh, this is Twitter header, sorry, so that the quality of my image is going to be very good. So I'm going to use the Twitter post. What I clicked the other time was this is if you want to do your banner. That's when you're going to use the Twitter header or the banner. So for your content, I'm going to be picking somebody's let me go to I'll pick someone's content. I'm going to use that to create a visual image. That's going to be before we go into portfolio. So the Twitter channel, let me pick randomly. I hope you guys created content that are not generic, something that, let me see the name. I'll wait for Palumi. Let's check another person. It's connected to the internet. Okay, we're not using Surely Believes. Let's see. I will be using this one. Let's check the Lumis page if we can find anything. You see, this is why we are trying to Twitter challenge. You have to post content, and by content that will build your brand. Lumi, I believe you can still do better. Let's check favor. Okay, let's see. Favor says the community manager. Let's see. Lumi, what they do. Is a software developer and a social media manager. I was expecting content related to that, or just personal content a little bit. Favor. Okay. Let's go to my page. This is one of this. I was so lazy when I did it. I just wanted to do it and go and just do it and leave as fast as possible. This is another lazy design that I made. Let me go under photos. They've not made the updated media. I'm looking for an infographic. This is This is an infographic I made. Okay, this is what I mean by like when you move your background to be able to, it's more of like a watermark for your page. Let me check another person. I don't want to use my own content. Let me check another person's post. Or can anybody just send, why is my telegram not working? Can anybody just send my telegram is not open. Okay. Okay, let's just create content randomly. So let's try and create, somebody came in first. So we want to like make a content on Twitter. Let's, for example, ZechWatch. We want to create a content about ZechWatch, for example, about the anvil today, the Canva anvil. This is the, once you click on the Twitter post, you're going to see various templates and all. You're going to see various templates. We already got the size, which is Twitter post already. We already got the size. It's, I think, 1920, but you don't need the size. Once you just click on Twitter post, we've gotten the size already. Let me see if you can see any. I'm not sure I need. Okay, I'm live. So we've gotten, there are various templates, and we want to like announce the handle. So how do we do it? You can decide to like check, maybe you want to be creative enough and check, and you can decide to build from scratch. You might have an idea. Most times I build from scratch, which I call them lazy designs because I'm building from scratch. I'll just put in square, circle, and everything. So, you want to make an announcement for the anvil coming up today. You can just type on announcements. This is like an announcement. Or you there's this code we use, announcement, then this is going to bring up active announcement, keyword is announcement. Please ignore the noise. Most of these things are like approved, but within it you're going to like you're going to see something that is not okay. I have a new message. Okay, your message is loading. My network is saying updated. I'm coming. Give me a few minutes. So, instead of just typing announcement, you're going to use like the double quote mark, this quotation mark at the side. This quotation mark at the side, and is going to, instead of you just using this, instead of you just, when you remove it, it's going to just show you generic this. You see the first thing, there's not going to be anything like announcement or anything like much of announcement. It's just going to be something like generic. But once you put the quotation mark, the double quotation mark, come in. you see important announcement. Right. And it's actually when you're pro, like it actually like works, further or like this is we're going to work with this. Let's work with this one. Let's work with this one. So this is a template already. You can decide to remove and add some things. You can decide to remove. First of all, what I do is I remove most of these things first. Like I remove most of this like text and all. Another thing is color too. You need to work on color most of these things. So after removing these things, I already have what I want to put in mind, and I already uploaded. If you want to upload your like image from your phone to Canva's stage, you click on this upload files. When you click on upload files, you're going to see the image. You're going to like impute the image that you want there. Like you see, I have like images that I use for gen layer, my profile picture, my ad and project I'm contributing to, and Zeg photo. Now you can see this color. It doesn't really go well with this blue and it doesn't go well with this blue and pink. And I decided to change it. So how do you change the color? When you change the color to yellow, you're also supposed to change it to different colors because as you're changing the colors, you might not like what you're using. So you want to change and change and change and change. And do not let us forget we're trying to like announce about like we're trying to make an announcement for the handle. So this is the Zeg for you. If you want to put it at the side, you're going to click on it. You're going to double click on it and take it wherever. If you're also using your phone, you're going to double click on it. So we have templates. You can, if you're not fine with this template, you can check for more template that you want to use using that quotation, double quotation mark. So it's going to just take you to the and when you're using that double quotation mark also, it also reduce the prompt that comes out. Like it's going to show you more prompts that are not pro. I'm going to show you more prompts that are not pro. So this is the element I'm talking about. Before I go to show you guys some features, this is the element I'm talking about. This square, these shapes and everything, they are from the elements. They are from the element. People get them from the elements. Like I said, the example I gave was a person. And I said we should be more specific when saying a person. It's going to give us different food graphics. So it's good. This is like an icon person, a stick man, a happy woman, a man, community. This two or this is like more community. It's like a charity person. And when you put a business person, that is, you know what you're looking for. It already shows you, okay, this is a business person. That's like more of like the use of SEO. So we have text. This is text and all. I'm talking about upload. I don't really use these two parts. I use these two parts for product management. That's if I don't want to use Figma for just if I don't want to use myself Figma. Escali Draw. I use this tool. Project your project things that you've worked on. So let's go back to our content, to what we're working on. So this is ZegForge. I'm going to be removing all of these things, or if you don't want to remove it, you can make use of it. You can remove this one. So let's try to make this shape. So you come here and click on rectangle. Sorry, triangle rather. This is triangle. We have different type of triangles here. let's use this one. If you want to turn it to the other side, you see this rotation. You're going to click on this rotation to turn it to the other side. Sorry, let me use the mouse. Yes. And if you want to reduce, even on your phone, so when you are reducing, just make sure that the icon is at the edge to be able to reduce it well and properly. I want to show you guys something. If you don't want this triangle to be at the front, and you want it to be behind here, for those of you using mobile, you're going to see at the sidebar where there is something called layer. This layer, this layer is what is going to help you take it either to the front or to the back. And if you're using a PC like me, you're going to right click on your mouse or on your laptop, and you see where layer, send backward. Same thing, you can see is backward. Bring to the front, you can bring it back to the front, send to the back, you can bring it forward, you can send backward. And if you don't want it to show, you don't want everything to like show. I'm not like creating full. I'm just using this to like explain the features on Canva. We're going to like put all this in shape when we're creating portfolio. I just want to use this to like try as much to like explain most of the feature here. So if you don't want it to like show too much, you don't want it to show like very much. You see this transparency thing. For those of you using mobile, it's very easy on like, it's not like it's very easy on mobile, but like it's easy for you to navigate these apps. Give me 1 minute. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah. But for those of you using mobile, so let me check my phone in case I have a message from you guys. Okay, Victor, I'll come back to that. So for those of you using mobile, you can just check for this transparency thing, then you reduce it. See, you can, it might not show again, but it's there. That is that about transparency and layering. We also have the flip. Let me explain this flip by uploading my image. Okay, for example, now once I'm done, I my picture just to like as a watermark, just to, and I don't like it like this. I want to turn it instead of me rotating and rotating. I can just come here and click on the flip and horizontal. My image is like this. I want it to be here, or I want it back the other way. It's like this, and I put it like this, or I want it upside down. Depends. That's vertical. Same as you can do it for any image. For ZForge upside down, but please do not put ZForge logo upside down. There's a trademark on it, or it can be sued. You see, vertical, whatever it is, they can be image that you can have like a creative idea. These features are not useless. You can have a creative idea that you want to use these features for. For example, now like you can decide to flip it. Okay, it's together. This has been grouped. So that's that about features, and that's that about flip. I think we've spoken about position to. You can also click on position to layer. You want to put this over this. You just use it from here. You want to put this grid over under this. You just do it from here. So now let me create from scratch. So fourth and view, for example, Favor he wants to make a post. He already has like a written post down there. oh, I'll be attending the fourth Canva Anvil for Zeg Forge, this, and all. The color, you might want to use color blue. Click on this. For colors, for colors, like I said, we have different yellow. This is 5A. The real yellow is the one with you can also use the color from ZegForge. ZegForge logo is made up of these 5 color templates. It is made up of dark gray brown. That is the color there. It's made up of pastel yellow. It is made up of yellow, the original yellow, and it's made up of another type of yellow, and it is made up of white. This is not pure white. Pure white is FFFFFF, but it is made up of like a subtle of like white, but it's white. That is, you might want to use one of these as the background color, but whatever you are using, just make sure that it does not cover the whole. This, you see it has covered this. You might not want to use this. You see it has covered this because the white has covered this. So you might want to come here and you just need to dark yellow. It's going to give you option dark yellow. See, it's not even compulsory you use yellow. You see, this yellow brings this one out, and that's because this yellow is not. Let me check my camera. That's because this yellow is not part of like the color combination for the logo. Let's see this other yellow. You can see. I think you can also use red too. Let's use red for example. So Favor already has his color that you want to use. Favor can still change his mind that I don't want to use this color. This is the logo. You might want to put it here. Maybe while designing, you feel like I don't want to put the logo at all, or I want to put it at the right. We have placed the logo. The reason why I place the logo most times, firstly, when it comes to project, is because of I don't want to like end up picking the yellow and it doesn't show the icon and the logo of the project I want to make a graphics for properly. Then we are going to pick texts. Are you coming for the fourth Anvil? This is not the community graphic. This is Favor's graphic. You can decide to put anything. Favor decides to write, are you coming for the fourth Anvil? And then you can bring up people like, what's the fourth Anvil? Oh, the fourth Anvil is like a workshop in ZegForge community and all. These are things that I want you guys to like put in place, spark curiosity. Anyone? Should I give you my item? Please excuse me.
I want to use this one.
Please give me. I'm so sorry. It's urgent. I don't know the pin to my ATM, so but I'll write all the pins that is in my head.
I don't need your pin. To be used to receive alert.
Okay, yes.
You receive alert on your phone.
Yes, I receive alert on my phone. It has been a while I used ATM.
Can I send the money to your account?
Yes, I'll send the account number to you.
And I want money.
I'm going to call you. Let me send the account to you. Okay, use this access. This is MasterCard. That my access bank. That bank that is with you. The account number, please start. So Favor want to use. Please excuse me. I apologize for that. Favor want to like use. Will you be attending the fourth Anvil? You can decide to just pick. This is like the 3. I don't want to use the word generic, but like the 3 basic fonts. You can change it to anything. You can also decide to pick fonts from from here to. It all depends. But I like to use this one so that I'm open to trying different fonts. So in edit, will you be attending? Will you be attending the fourth? Will you be attending the fourth anvil? You can see it's getting long. Please serve Robert. Will you be attending the fourth anvil? Then a question mark. Now, we favor leave his work like that. No, it's not going to leave his work like that. It want to like push it up with font, template, font, and elements. It's more like an announcement. You can come here and decide to add a square, or let's, for example, rectangle. And this is because I am not using a template. I already showed you guys how you can get template without double mark. I just want to show you guys how you can create some things. I don't want to just use templates, copy and paste. I can actually do that now and wrap it up. I want to show you guys how to like use each feature. That is why I'm starting from scratch. So Fable wants to, it just picked. Let me change name now. Gilmore. Now Gilmore wants to put these letters or these words inside this box. I already explained to you guys about layering. That is using the layer feature. Using the layer feature, you cannot just put it on top. You see, I don't put it on top. It's not going to make sense. Even if you carry it like this, you see it's not coming to the front. And we still need to work on this text. We need to make the text better. So now let's pick a font that we're going to be using. Yeah. Let's pick a font that we'll be using. Yes, Fini Alashale. YIN. That's Fini Follower Alashale.
What is not this thing that like?
So we'll change the font. You can decide, there are different fonts, plenty of fonts. You can use this font. You can use this font. But let's use this one. Let me show you something. When you boot this and you want to add effect, I can decide to add any effect of my choice. But don't let us go deep into effect. But let's, for example, you want to use this effect, this particular effect for your post. You want to use this effect for your post. You can see if you want it to, you go back to the effect. This, if you want the thickness not to be too much, you can see the thickness is not much. What's wrong with mine? You can see the thickness is not much, and you can go back to not using any effect at all.
want to transfer my money. Yeah.
So we're going to let's use the layer part.
Who's the bank? Yeah?
Going to layer this part. Like I said, right click from here. Layer. Another thing is when you want to layer, when you put it alone, it's not going to go. You're going to put it with that thing that you want to put. Then you're going to right click and click put to the front. You see it's now at the front. Now let's make this bigger. Okay, well this one cannot go bigger than this. These are some things that we need to look into sometimes. There are some shapes that cannot expand. For example, like this particular shape now, you see that I like this yellow. You see that there's a room for it to expand here. You see it's different from this first one. So this one is small. And I want to make the shape. I don't like the way the edges are. I can just click on it and come to corner rounding, and I can do it. See. And I can also make it a little bit curved and straight. I like this yellow, but I'm not going to be using this yellow. Let's see what color grading of yellow is this. We're going to see the number of this yellow. This is this yellow. See, it's combination of all yellows there. So will you be attending the anvil? Leaving it like this might not be very, 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 very good. It still looks so generic. You can change all the yellow. You can you might decide. I decided not to use the whole outline thing. I decided not to use the whole outline of the thing. So if for elements, you can also ask for you can also ask for shape. You can ask for a regular shape. What's that? Sorry. Irregular shape. Yeah. This is what happened way at work. Everybody was just disturbing the phone. It's not here. Prepare him to close the door. Thank you. So I try as much to hide away from to run away from these people. They still found me. So please, I'm on a call. It's not small. So you can get irregular shape and all. That is I've showed you guys the whole feature. So let's go to the portfolio part. And this part we're going to be using templates. So this other part where I showed you guys how to use certain features. So now you want to create a portfolio on Canva. This part we're going to be using this particular presentation I did. I made this using a template, and I removed some features too. As you can see, it looks basic, but it has a lot of things that you want to something that you want to look into. So for the portfolio part, let's yeah. So for the portfolio part, we're going to search for portfolio. If you are a creative, we're going to use this creative portfolio. Then you search. See, you are going to get portfolio bar creator. This is one portfolio, but it's generic. This portfolio, this graphics. I already showed you guys how we can do it. No, I didn't show you, but I showed you guys how you can reduce this portfolio, the way they reduce it and copy the transparency thing. As I said, when you have an idea, you can be able to create different things. You're going to see a lot of creative portfolio. You can see the creative can be anybody, but most of the creative is like photography and stuff like that. Depend on the taste of how you want your portfolio to be. Look at this other one. So let's pick. I want to pick one. You can see there are a lot. You don't even sometimes when you want to even create portfolio, you do like which one should I pick? Which one should I pick? Which one should I pick? I'm just going to play one. I'm going to go this one. This is not a phone. It's a brief. If you're a graphic designer, portfolio. Okay, this is one. I'm open to a question. I'm checking the chat. So this is a graphic. Those have just image. There's a lot of image. But this one, this looks more like a generic portfolio, but the color grade is actually good at all. And representation, I said that a portfolio should cover your cover page, and in this part we have the cover page. This person is more like a design philosophy. As much as this look generic, you can still work with this portfolio that we have. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is a graphic designer portfolio. You can decide to, as a designer, we added this and all. You can see the whole coverage and decide to put this image. This is if you put an image, you are going to place the image. You can upload and fit the image into a frame. So let's just use this smart image like that. The next one we allow to replace apply of 10 pages. Yeah. So for this portfolio, we have about 10 pages. It didn't really have like his toolkit and all. So one thing about creating your portfolio, you have to use the same thing. But what I meant by that is if you use, like for example now, this Mr. Avery Davis is using a light, what's this color? He's using a light orange. This is orange. Wow. He's using a light orange. When you are creating a portfolio, you are going to use the same theme. Theme is color and font, not the same template, the same thing. Now, for example, now you can decide to use, you can see that I use the color all through. Somebody else can use you as a person in the next page. You can decide to use a color that matches like a theme. There's what we call color palette. For example, maybe your color palette is light orange, light this, dark that. You can decide to like blend it, like what I did, but it's still the same color, but you're interchanging one as a background and one as a color font for each of the color. So, and every page has to be consistent. That is the margins, as you can see here, the margins, the font size, and everything, they are consistent. So this part where he said about me, we're going to like be so detailed about it. Let me go to my Google Doc. Let me copy a link. Okay, let me just copy this link. Just see, okay. So in this part, maybe my proof of work, probably you are a graphic designer and you have like a Binance account, and maybe not in your about me, but maybe you are showing like this place now. The man is talking about what editorial design, or let's just put it here, sure. So in this place, you can just copy the link. Same as the mobile app. If you're using it, you can just use Contribute. The link is already there. If you're on your PC, you use Contribute, which is paste. If you're using your mobile app, there's a way you are going to press on the one, paste it. Then you just change it. You're going to, this is the link. It's the same thing. On the text, you're going to show them what you want them to see. Here, Binance, that is the app you are going to like. There's going to be like a key point. I'm showing you guys how you can add your link. If you are leaving, please help me close the door. Thank you. So you are going to click on done. Display mode, because it's a link, you have to leave it as a link. You can see Binance. When you click on this, it's going to take you, when you publish and you click on this, it's going to take you to this link. Exactly. You need to take it to this link. Even after you publish, your portfolio is not going to like go out or anything. I cannot start creating like a whole portfolio from scratch because of time, and there are a lot of things that we have to cover. So I'm just trying to like try as much as possible to like treat every feature nicely. So you can see this. This is an element. This is an element he used. That is why I said it's like very important for you to like know these elements. For example, now let's see if we can get this element. Let me type circle. Edged circles. You can see edge circle. We have like click on graphic. I'm not looking at frames or photos. This is it. This circle that he used, but we have it here. Let me check my phone for message. Please, you can drop your question while I'm teaching so that I can be able to answer it all. Please let me know if there's anything you don't understand. Oh, okay. Let me give you room for question. Please, if you have any question, I would love to hear what you have to like say.
Fifi, are you still there? Because I cannot hear anything. I don't know if it's me or you muted.
Hey, I've been talking, and I'm muted. Jeez.
Oh, all
I've been talking. I've been asking questions. I've been saying no question. Okay, let's go to the next one. No question. Okay, let's go to the next one. I don't know why I'm unable to see my Telegram, and I don't want to join. It's not possible for me to join the call on my phone. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm going to repeat myself again. I'm so sorry. We'll do better next time. Because I already showed how we can like create links for like you want. That is where I am actually. You want to put in your best work. I'm also talking about use of elements. That is, no matter how a template is, the template cannot give you everything. You get it. As a creative, or as somebody, as a human, especially, we are all human. You are going to see an idea will come to your mind, and you'll be like, let me bring this to life. That is the use of elements and all. Like that is why I'm trying. Like I'm not building from scratch. I'm not building generic. That is why on this anvil, I'm not showing you guys. Okay, let's build, let's change. I'm showing you guys how each features work. Probably if I have opportunity to like make corrections or anything, maybe I give work and here I can now explain, okay, correct this, correct that. But like right now, I'm showing you guys how each feature works. That is why you're not seeing like what I'm not teaching you how to build the portfolio or anything. That's not the whole essence of the call. The whole essence of the call is the future. How does each future work? That is why you're not seeing like you put after you put an about me section, you search. I'm not doing that. I'm just showing you guys how each features work and how you can bring them to life. And I was talking about in this part, I was talking about this icon here, that this icon, this man might probably see this in a template. And I'm like, no, I don't want this, but I want something similar to this, something bold, something that then it comes to elements. Element has to be your friend. Element I'm uploading. It has to be your friend. It might like this branding. Do you get? We have different type of font though. It might like this, it might like this thing bold, and okay, let me put an effect to it. These are the basis of these features. Okay, let me put neon. Oh, I don't like this neon. As a human being, oh, I don't like this glitch the way it is. I don't. Let me put it as this branding. Then let me make let me put it as this branding. Let me make the color red. Oh, I don't like it. You are open to trying like new things, new colors as an individual. That is why I try as much to like focus on each part of it. For your letter, you might want to like, itemize it, make it bold. For example, now the way this thing is small letter and capital letter, I want it to be bold, everything to be bold. I want it to be striped through. It is like, let me highlight it. I want to underline it. So the whole thing here is to like teach you guys how it features. Well, that is why I said, okay, there's a question. Okay, oh, you guys are still not hearing anything. Are people not still hearing anything? You guys are still not hearing anything. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay. So that's the whole thing. Like the whole goal is to teach you guys how each feature works on Canva. I already showed you guys. Like this flower now, it definitely got it from Canva, and he decided to put it in his own color, flowers. Yeah, you will see different features that are free and not free. You can even take this. Okay, before I forgot, you can even like take these features to you can get features from here. I want to teach you something that I learned while coding. You will see a picture, and when you bring it to Canva, you might not be able to change the color of that picture. For example, let me upload this picture. This Canva picture. I can decide to change the color because of, I don't know why, but it will not give you that whole color. You can see, I can decide to change the feature. You can see, but it's not going to give you that fine. Or let's use Zegforge for example. It depends. This Zegforge now. See, you see the whole color, everything. Let me try and change the color. I'm able to change Zegforge color. The reason why you're able to change some colors or some this thing is not because it's accessible or anything. It just happened for you to be able to change the color on Canva. And there's some things, some colors you might not be able to change. And it's not like you're not changing, but because the color grading is much, and Canva you are not using Pro, so you're only limited to like change the ones that you can see. And if you get an image from Pinterest, I would advise you get motion images from Pinterest. These are examples of motion images. Motion images are not like moving images like that. They call it motion because the colors can move, like it can change. So they call it motion images. These are examples of motion images. Probably this man they get. It's not all elements you get from Canva. You can get an element from anywhere. You can even get it from your phone, remove background and upload and change the color. Do you get? So you can flip. I already taught us about the flip. These are the stroke styles if you want it to be thick. That means there is, you see, this person this person from here, you can see there was no same comment. There is, look, let me tell you what this guy did. There is a color behind, like there's a frame behind this. He grouped them already. Apart from this thing, he grouped them already. So he already changed the old color. It made the color to this pastel yellow, pastel orange or yellow, or light orange. All this, yeah, light orange. So another, let me see what else. Let me look at another portfolio. Let's see any feature that I can talk about. Okay, like this portfolio now. The layering, you see this idea now. You might not like it when you see portfolio, but you might like this frame. Let me see. You know, not to waste time. Let's go to Canva. I want to show you guys something. You can also have an idea and you want to prompt it out, but Canva can make. I think my creativity is on here. Canva can make. Where is my recent? Canva can make. Okay, let's say generate. Let's say, please, I want you guys to pay attention to this. You know, you can. Okay, you let me explain why I'm explaining this Canva part linked to ChatGPT. You might have an idea, and you want to use Canva, but you want to use AI to bring that idea to life. It's like bringing out like a wireframe, like a mock-up. Yes, a mock-up. You know, you prompt as a senior graphic, as a senior content strategist, and as a senior graphic designer. Actually, act as a senior graphic. I don't really know how to use this. As a senior graphic designer, and create an image that educate people on how they can grow, on how they can create images, how they can create designs on Canva. Sorry, I'm a very typo person. So, you know, once Canva creates this image, and you want to edit it, I don't know why it's taking so long. It's taking so long because of the network. Is why this slow? Let me go back to explaining some things. I think it's that makes sense. This is a portfolio for the character. I think the image is okay. This is the image. So this image now, you see, you like it. You know, it looks this generic and all. You can also create a portfolio on like ChatGPT and all. You know, and those graphics, take create like 10 slides and you put everything out. Now this image, it looks, you know, it looks good. But you know, when people say it's going to be generic and all, and don't mind me, you can also add the size that you want your images to be. So what are you going to do in this place? You want to edit. Probably ChatGPT is supposed to write design. It wrote DI. It wrote something else. So what do you do in this case? You go to plugins. When you go to plugins, you're going to click on Canva. You're going to click on Canva. When you click on Canva, you're going to add Canva. Hey, with my face show. With my face show. Okay. Yeah. So we have added this template. Okay, yes, we've added this template. So now we want to edit this. You're going to click on Add Canva. Make this image created above editable. So Canva is going to give you Canva is going to okay, you're going to upload, you're going to upload this image that Canva did for you. You download it. Once you download this image, you're going to upload it and use this template. Oh, upload file. My face, so picture. So control. Let the image. So once you upload this image, as long as you generated the image here on Canva, Canva is going to make this image editable. Sorry, where am I? So that way, once Canva makes this image editable for you on your own Canva account, you're going to be able to remove and add and be so creative about it. And that way you can also why this thing is supposed to work. Wait. I have been using okay. Comment, please. Can you be yourself? Please let me type again. It's supposed to create a direct image. It's supposed to take you directly to the Canva. I don't know why it did not take me directly to my Canva, because I use it a lot when I create images. It's supposed to take me directly to my Canva. Let me try again. I'll upload the image again. If it doesn't work, please. If I'm unable to like get this right as I used to, I will definitely send a video a video screen recording of me doing this. Let me select a media first. Yeah. Before, when I write this prompt, it takes me to my Canva directly with this image. An example of that is this that I let me show you guys. Do I still have it? I did something like that. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's taking me to my. Please, can you shut the door? That's taking me to my Canva. So, on my Canva, sorry. You see, you can edit and delete and remove some things. See, like the fonts now, you can decide to delete that thing and change it. These are images. These images, these images, you can decide to delete it. You see, you put them back. Adjust each letters, everything to your likings. Remove this. You can decide to like, okay, I don't want to create customize, download or share. I want maybe customize, download and share. No, I don't want step-by-step guide. I want beginner's guide. I don't want sign up. Step by step, you can remove each markings and edit it. So if you create a design for like maybe your YouTube and you even though you created it on Canva, you took it to ChatGPT to redefine it better, adding some things, some icons that you could not get on Canva. And Canva, ChatGPT gave you that icons already, and you feel like you want to put them at the center or the right, you can just go to plugin and link your Canva to your ChatGPT so you can edit those images. I deleted it. I can delete anything. I can add. I can come to elements. I can add. Let's say I added this. I can add this. Comment. You can add this. You can add extra things. You can. There's some. Let me tell you what I do with this thing. There's some elements that are not free. Let's call it a cheat code. There's some elements that are not free on Canva. So once I've created my images, I'll get the information of that element. I'll say, okay, please add this element in this side, this side, this side. I can just take Canva, okay, add this element on top of the image after it has created, after I've sent the image to ChatGPT. Once ChatGPT send that element, add it on top for me. I asked it to make it editable, and I put the element where I want it to be, and there's a space already there for the element, and that way it's ready. Sometimes Canva can be limited, so that is why we need to work with our AI. It is not. There's nothing wrong with working with AI. You just have to be smart about it. Like I'm smart about it right now, connecting it to my Canva. So I think that has come to the end of our class today. So please let me know if you have any question. I'm open to like answering everybody's question and hearing your thoughts. You can drop in your question. So they said, all right, thank you for the training. What a big question. We can stay on this call. That's a big question though. What do you think about using something? Okay, I already spoke about that already. For Web3. This session has not ended. I'm still on the call. So any question? Do anybody have anything to say? Because I would love to like wrap it up and call it a day for the Anvil. But before then, I would like to hear from my seniors, Omega, and who's speaking? Someone is speaking.
That's me. Yeah. This is a lot to take in. Really, I would definitely be going back to the recordings. So please share that to me. But yeah, it was a wonderful session, Fifi. Thank you so much for this. I really learned a lot, even some things that I noticed I was doing the wrong way in Canva. I really picked up a lot in this session. Thank you very much.
I've been speaking again. So I said thank you, Omega, and I'll be sending you the voice record. And I also said that I'm opening to my DM is open for any question. If you have any questions, ask me. I'm opening to like answering you guys. And also if you want to build your portfolio beyond Canva, probably you want to use cloud or any AI tool, I'm open to also answering you. I build portfolios, like a lot of portfolios. I'm tired of building portfolios. I can just wake up and decide to like change portfolios. I can also teach you guys how to like link your portfolios to your or even your Canva portfolio, how you can like link it to your like website's portfolio so that it should all align, everything smart work together. So if there is any more questions, I'm open to answering all questions. Thank you. In the absence of no question, I think end the call now. Let me ask if I'm to end the call now. Does anybody have any questions or would love to ask? Oh, Favor, is actually nice that you learned a lot. Yeah, you just have to like be smart with AI. There's a lot AI can do, but at the same time, I'm always a fan of use AI, use it. I like to use it. Do not let AI use it. Like, do not be lazy to use AI. If you want the best from AI, you have to be advocate to like use it and be smart. I feel like in the absence of no questions, I will be dropping a few things, probably not this night, maybe tomorrow. I'll be dropping a few tips for signing fonts and color grading. But my main focus, I'm not a graphic designer. For disclaimer, I just know how to work around visuals because as a product manager, as a product manager and a community manager, I have hands-on-hands experience on building prototypes and wireframes, more of building prototype and wireframes. So we have a little touch of from software development, a little touch from UX and UI design. So it's not like I'm into all, but like I have to take little training from each of the departments able to bring product management into it. So if you have any questions, in the absence of no question, are you sure you don't have any question?
There's none from me. If there's anything I'm confused about, I'll reach you via DMs. Thank you very much for tonight's session.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Oba, thank you for the thumbs up. We have Abraham on the call. Abraham, do you have anything you want to say or you want to share? I'm actually very open to like answering questions, getting feedbacks and all. I love to like okay for next week challenge. I'm going to be dropping what next week challenge is. It's more about like an assignment. I'll be dropping it on Monday morning. That is after tomorrow where I drop like a Google Doc about everything you need to know. Collaborating. It's like a very simple note that I'm going to like create. Like you can always go back to where you're creating your own design. I'll try and work on the notes tonight. So when I drop that by tomorrow, before on Monday, then I drop the assignment, and it goes under reviews and all. So for your Twitter challenge this week, it has to be more graphic focus. That is, as you're creating content, there's an infographic, a graphic for you to look into. Talking about infographics, let's come here for infographics. Why did I forget to push that part? Okay. For infographic, this is infographic. You get templates. This is how infographics look like. It's like more like an explanatory thing, like filled with information or. So, in the absence of no question, I'll do the honor to end the call. Omega, can you please check your DM?